All right, Home Slice, how's everybody doing tonight? We having fun? All right, so I came in here planning to do a brand new 5 minutes I've never done before, and the wonderful Lindsay said, can you pull off 10? So we're gonna see if we can do this without anybody else having to leave when I'm done. So I've been single for 3 years now, and that's after 3 divorces, 4 baby mamas, so a lot of red flags. So I spent a lot of time on the dating sites, swiping right and getting no responses. Well, this has led to me getting onto some of the kinkier dating sites, just trying out my options. And I saw the word edging on a few of these sites, and I didn't know what the fuck edging was. I'm old, right? So I Googled it. I looked up what's edging, and come to find out, we actually invented it in the 90s. We just called it dial-up internet. It's holding your load, waiting for the picture to load. So I'm a pro at that, if anybody's interested. Yeah, that was terrible, I know. But it's funny though, even on like the normal dating sites, I'm on there swiping right, and eventually it stops you and it says, bro, you're desperate, come back tomorrow or pay me $70. Well, I'm a stand-up comedian, so I can't afford the $70, so I just make my way over to the porn sites and do a little John Cena 5-knuckle shuffle. And right about that time is when I get that notification of, hey, you've got a match. So I make my way over to check out and see what's going on. Well, post-nut clarity has fully kicked in at this point. And I realized I swiped right on a 2. But beggars can't be choosers, so I shoot her a message and say, hey, beautiful, how's your day going? 5 years later, I have my 5th child support payment. 3rd ex-wife. Lots of drama, but I wanted to be the nice guy, so that's where it got me. But even with the porn sites though, where it was doing a little John Cena action, you can run into some issues. And the issues there is, see, you notice the 5-knuckle shuffle? I see you can't see me. I see that going on back there. Yep, I see that. But the issue with the porn sites is you get the pop-ups, right? And I was teaching my son about this the one time. I was like, bro, you're 14, you're gonna go on these sites, I know it, just don't click on the pop-ups, I'm not replacing your phone when you brick the damn thing. And he's like, what'd you do, Dad? And I'm like, what do you mean what did I do? He's like, you don't tell stories unless you did something stupid. And I'm like, well, all right, I was lonely after your mom kicked me out. And I clicked on the MILF in your neighborhoods looking for a good time. We started chatting, and I went down to the local hotel, and it was your Aunt Linda. But, beggars can't be choosers, right? So I went ahead and stepped on inside, and she's like, Billy, what the fuck are you doing? And I go, well, your sister didn't raise no bitch, right? I'm already here. Well, I haven't been invited back to Thanksgiving since. Which was kind of weird though, because I gave her the best 30 seconds I could. I thought she enjoyed herself. I was sorely mistaken on that one. Let's see, where else can I go? I'm trying to memorize stuff I've done a long time ago before I go on to the new stuff and try it out with you guys. Is anybody else in here, judging by the crowd, except for at least one of you, ever get tired of hearing, that's some white people shit? Anybody else? Is it just something I hear all the time? So I've got this one buddy of mine, we're sitting around and we're smoking and bullshitting, and he looks over at his son, he goes, man, that's some white people shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? I'm like, why do I always hear him say that? Well, then I reminisced back and I was thinking about what I was telling him. And I was telling him about when I lived in the single white trailer with my girlfriend and her brother and his wife and their 2 kids, her 3 kids, my 4 kids, and the 19 dogs. And I realized I was the white people shit he was talking about. It was typical. So I couldn't judge him on that one. It was pretty fair. No? Nobody reacting to the fact that I lived in a single white with 6 adults, 10 kids, and 19 dogs?
19 dogs is great.
Yeah. The sad thing was there was only one income in the house, and that was me. Come to find out they were all meth heads. I learned years later what meth was. I didn't understand that. I was just a yes man doing as I was told. Let's see. Let's try a new one here. I'm just going to kind of read it off, so it's going to sound kind of script-like. I apologize. Feel free to boo, throw something at me. So, autism has its levels, right? Some people have higher levels with the things that trigger them. Well, I've not been diagnosed with autism, but when I hear about a trigger, I get nervous. I really wish they would use the soft A when they say it. No? No? All right. It sounded funny in my head when I wrote it down, because, yeah. So I play Magic the Gathering with my teen sons. And whenever I hear them say entering combat, I always hit them back with a did you get consent first? They roll their eyes and go, Dad, stop. And I look at it as I'm just trying to teach my kids a lesson every opportunity I have. You always get a woman's consent. No, all right. I'm trying, guys. New stuff, haven't tested it. I did make a mistake, though. I don't say mistake. I asked my 8-year-old today. Power went out at the house, and I said, son, I got to do a comedy set tonight. I'm going to try to do new stuff. Can you write a joke for me? And he goes, yeah, I got one for you, Dad. And I wrote it down verbatim what he said because I still don't understand it. So he goes, why do you stand? Or why do we stand? And I go, why, Xavier? And he goes, to look tough. Yeah, I didn't question it. I have to have him help me with electronics around the house, so I just assume he's smarter than me. He's probably funnier than me, too. Let's see. Exactly, right? All right, anybody else go see the Spider-Man movie this weekend? I feel like everybody did according to the box office. All right, well, leaving the theaters to embarrass my kids, I made sure I was, not spoiling it, but spoiling it by yelling out fake spoilers to everybody that was walking into the theater. The look on their face when I yelled, I cannot believe Disney made fucking Spider-Man gay. This group of people looked at me as they were walking by, and I'm bitching at my kids like I was, Donald Trump's right-hand man just throwing a fit about it. Or my best one, just as we got to the car, I saw this whole group of kids all in Spider-Man shirts, and I just can't figure out how they got the rights to Batman like that. My kids were embarrassed as usual. All right, let's see. I know this is terrible. I always hate having notes, and I try to just go off the cuff, but then I wrote new stuff. So, all right. So I'm an old man, as you guys have noticed from my attempts at some of these jokes. And my oldest son Carter, he's been giving me a lot of shit lately because I bought my first muscle car recently, and I barely call it a muscle car. It's a V6 Mustang, right? Like I told him, I said, it's a cool looking car, but it's, economic fuel-wise. He's like, yeah, Dad, but it's a V6. Why wouldn't you just get the V8? And I was like, dude, I gave your mom 8 inches 15 years ago. I didn't think I needed it in my car, too. Needless kids, my kids are going to probably need therapy when they're older. I told them, don't worry, I got their insurance covered. 2 minutes left. I'm actually filling more time than I thought. I've never done more than a 5-minute set, if you guys can't tell. Yeah! Thank you, Lindsay. And then Friday, when Owen over there won the Crumbly Cup, that was my first time trying to do 1-minute sets. So I went from learning how to do 1-minute sets to learning how to do 10-minute sets in 2 days. Ooh. So we're going to try one more joke that, as I wrote it, I laughed to myself. So you guys are either going to kick me out or sign me up for Kill Tony. I don't fucking know. Probably not the second one. So let's see if we can find it. So despite being in my midlife crisis, according to what my kid tells me, one thing that I found is that in today's culture, we try not to judge negatively, especially for anything, physical ailments, mental health ailments, things like that. And I love that about our culture. You can be different, and everybody loves you. But I know of one mental illness that will divide an entire room just by saying the simple name of it. It's Trump derangement syndrome. You either think it's real, or you suffer from it. Got a couple chuckles, I'll take that. All right, I'm the wise man. I filled as much time as I could. Appreciate it, guys.